I think if I had to describe the game in a nutshell, for me, it's where I find my passion. It has done since I've walked into a practice when I was probably 10. It's a game that's in my blood, it's part of me now, and it always will be. My eldest brother Tony got into cricket, and we had the backyard, and it had like an entry at the bottom, which Tony would play with us in there. So when we went to school, they said about cricket, we knew something about it, no one knew. And so we were quite good. And that got me going. And then I went to, my club was Mac Cricket Club, and just generally I fell in love with the game. And then my last year at school, the school played the MCC. And from that got a trial at the MCC ground staff. And literally was only there literally 2 months and then got signed by Worcester. I'd have gone anywhere to play, if I'm honest, because I just love playing. And what happened then as a pro player, you tended to go abroad and play. And my first overseas trip went to Zimbabwe with Graham Hick, and then went to South Africa, did some coaching out there, then came back. It was 6-month contracts. So in the winters you worked anyway, or you went abroad. So then I'd done all sorts of jobs, from postman to all sorts, and then actually started coaching in the winters. It's never changed for me, the sort of draw of watching people get better. And you'll see that all the time. And we've seen it with, Luke Fletcher as a guy he's been around the game a long time, but he's still getting better. And it goes all the way up to the international guys. James Anderson. What makes James Anderson is he keeps looking to get better. You come across exceptional people, I think, when you work in elite sport. It's one of the gifts you get back. I was really lucky when I went onto the academy job after Rod Marsh. In that first intake, we had people like Stuart Broad and Alistair Cook. Ian Bell was around. A lot of these guys went to play 100 test matches. Stuart's an interesting one because really Stuart, I haven't seen him when he very first came in. Now 4 years on, I'm still coaching him. We just played Sussex. Matt Pryor coached him first, I think he was 12, and I was a player. And then this lad came, I remember going home to my wife and saying, if I'm still playing when he's 18, I think he's going to take my spot. To me, it's really exciting when you see somebody early and then you see them make their test debut. I was lucky enough to be the coach who gave Matt his test debut. Winning the championship at Sussex was a really special one, because I remember going to lunch and an old member stopped me. He must have been 85, and he said, "I've waited all my life for this moment, thank you." England was a great moment, that when you're given recognition to go and coach for England and work with the best players. And different countries, Lancashire I loved my time at Lancs. But the thought of coaching your country, and in some ways have another go at it, I was ready for it, if I'm honest. I was a good coach. It was a tough time for English cricket. We just lost 5-0 in Ashes. Both times I'd taken him. It was a transition period. I knew transitions. We brought a lot of players in at that point who went on and again had great careers. When you come out of a job like that, like most things, you're a bit bruised and battered, but eventually I look and say, well, the game doesn't owe me anything. And obviously at the moment I'm at Notts, and I've found this as enjoyable as any coaching I've ever done, I think. And it's sort of like, it's got an energy and a drive about it, which is nice to be involved in. I'd love to win another championship with that team, as with the team. It isn't finished yet.